learned this week of an intriguing new angle to American exceptionalism, that belief which holds that the United States operates according to different precepts and conventions to those which constrain other, perchance lesser, nations.
I can't wait to see where this goes.
Okay.
Tell me more.
Let's see where this goes.
Strap yourselves in. We learned via the latest dump of documents pertaining to the unlamented human trafficker Jeffrey Epstein that while evidence of association with the dead creep is a career-destroying and or reputation-wrecking scandal in the United Kingdom,
we are hearing in the last few minutes there has been a statement issued by the Metropolitan Police. Remember, we've been reporting that the Met is set to launch a criminal investigation into Lord Mandelson.
Norway.
And from the Norwegian press, then, a lot of focus on the crown princess's connection to the convicted pedophile financier.
Yeah, that's right. As this Norwegian paper here explains, she is mentioned some 1,000 times in those latest files released.
Slovakia.
On Saturday, top Slovakian politician and former Minister of Foreign Affairs Miroslav Lajčák resigned from his post. In the 3.5 million Epstein files released on Friday, the name Lajčák reportedly appears 346 times.
And Sweden.
Förenta Nationerna-toppen Joanna Rubinstein lämnar sitt uppdrag, besökte Epstein.
Take our word for it. In the United States, having maintained cordial association with a convicted sex offender is just no big deal. Not really a thing. Come on, who among us has not cheerfully socialized or corresponded with someone who has literally been imprisoned for procuring a child for prostitution? And we learned this from no less authorities than US Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche.
As you know, it is not a crime to party with Mr. Epstein.
And indeed from one of Blanche's former clients, for whom Blanche famously failed to win acquittal that time on 34 counts of fraud.
I think it's really time for the country to get onto something else.
From whom we further learned that it's just plain bad manners to even bring it up.
What would you say to the survivors who feel safe?
You are the worst reporter. No wonder CNN has no ratings because of people like you. You know, she's a young woman. I don't think I've ever seen you smile.
But we learned, in fairness, that the president may have been preoccupied rearranging all the fake golf trophies on the Oval Office mantelpiece to accommodate not only the Nobel Peace Prize he believes himself due, but an Oscar. For we learned that this...
Together with like-minded leaders, we have a voice.
That, being Melania, feature-length homage to the First Lady of the United States, might not actually be the absolutely unendurable load of old bollocks the unconvinced moviegoer may well be anticipating, but potentially the greatest film ever made, like maybe even better than The Birth of a Nation or Triumph of the Will. We learned this from no less a cineast than Kayleigh McEnany, former White House press secretary turned Fox News ornament, or more specifically from Kayleigh McEnany's mum, whose completely believable testimony her daughter was delighted to share with the nation.
My mom went to this weekend in Florida. She said not only was the theater packed, it was, standing room only if you could try to sneak in the back of the theater. People were cheering through it. They were excited. It was interactive. People interplaying with the film. She said it was just electric.
And everybody on the bus clapped, etc. So we learned that Florida cinemas have standing sections. Actually, we learned that Florida has cinemas and electricity. But we learned that Mrs. McEnany was not alone in her enthusiasm. We learned that Donald Trump himself boasted that he had seen Melania for the second time. Didn't think they were that close. But...
Daily news, daily blues. Pick up a copy anytime you choose.
We learned that the $75 million spent on this flagrant bribe important documentary by Amazon may have reduced its CEO Jeff Bezos to his last several yachts, as we learned that cuts would need to be made at one of his other enterprises.
Our breaking news desk is busy this morning. We have just learned that the Washington Post is laying off its entire sports department and most of its overseas journalists.
We learned that aside from shuttering the sports section in what is, of course, a very quiet time of a very quiet year with only the Super Bowl, the Winter Olympics, March Madness, madness, Major League Baseball spring training and a World Cup coming up. Other sensible economies include closing the Post's bureaus in Kyiv and Jerusalem, two legendarily uneventful beats where even the most resourceful reporters struggle to pad out column inches. Such is the paucity of noteworthy events in those vicinities. But we learned even that, or indeed any of the above, wasn't going to be the stupidest thing that happened this month.
It looks like the Patriots and Seahawks won't be the only competition during the Super Bowl this Sunday. The group founded by late conservative activist Charlie Kirk, Turning Point USA, said they plan to put on an alternative event called the All-American Halftime Show.
We learned that conservatives appalled by the choice of halftime entertainment at this coming Sunday Super Bowl, and who knows what objection they might have to Puerto Rico's own Spanish-language rapper Bad Bunny, just a total mystery, had decided to stage an alternative, the All-American Halftime Show, consecrated to the values of, quote from the poster, faith, family and freedom, and featuring, among others, the irreproachably wholesome Kid Rock.
Young ladies, I like them underage. See, some say that's statutory, but I say it's mandatory.
A bold choice given some of the week's other disclosures. The mallet, if you would. For Monocle Radio, I'm Andrew Mueller.